Hello and welcome to How to Change the 7 Areas of Your Life over the next 7 weeks in 7 minutes. So last week we looked at the body and today we're going to be looking at the mind. So now, in order for us to understand what the mind is, let's first create an image of the mind, or an image that will represent the mind. Now, I learned about this image from Bob Proctor, who learned about it from Dr. Thurman Fleet. And the idea here being, the brain works with images. So images and thoughts are the language of the brain. So this image ideally will give us the picture of the mind, because the mind is not a physical thing. The mind is movement, and movement happens all over. So here we have 3 sections of the mind. We have the conscious mind, we have the subconscious or the conditioned mind, and then we have the body mind. Let's start off with the conscious mind. The conscious mind is what we would call the gatekeeper. This is this is through which it receives information through the 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing. The 5 senses. Those are through which the conscious mind receives information. And as you receive information over and over and over again, it sinks in and programs the subconscious or the conditioned mind. So if you tell, for example, someone who does not speak English, and you tell them the word dog, they have no sensory input of what the word dog means until you present to them an image. Okay? So an image. So therefore, the images that come through our eyes, they affect, over and over again, they affect our subconscious or the conditioned mind. And the conditioned mind eventually moves the body. So images, thoughts and images are the language of the mind or the brain. Thoughts and images are the language of the brain. And feeling is the language of the body. So therefore, to have a healthy mind, you need to work with the thoughts and the images that you have of yourself, of your environment, of your business, and of your relationship. And as you start changing them with new images and new thoughts, you're going to start having new feelings. Okay, so new images will affect your body. You'll have starting new feelings. Now, those feelings will eventually lead you to other results. But the most important thing you could do between now and next year is start setting goals. Start setting goals that are in alignment with the new image or with the new personal image that you're creating of yourself. So the goals that you've set yourself at the beginning of the year, some of them did happen and some of them did not happen. What should you change? Don't necessarily change the goals. Start playing with the thoughts and the images that you have that will equip you over time to take the necessary actions towards leading you to those goals that you set yourself. Over the next 6 weeks, start ideally judging how far you've come based on the thoughts and images that you're putting in your mind. Because what's going to happen is, as you change the new thoughts, you start becoming someone else. You start evolving. You start growing. And as you grow, those new goals that you set yourself, they are bound to happen. That is going to set you up for success in every single area of your life. And I'm talking from the mind as well. So think of the thoughts you think about yourself will eventually influence the feelings you have about yourself or towards yourself, towards the 7 areas of life. And if you don't like them, change it. Change it starting with the thoughts and the feelings, the thoughts and the images, which is the language of the brain, and you will generate new feelings. And those feelings will eventually lead you to results or to take actions. The feelings you have will lead you to take actions, and those actions are guaranteed to bring results. If you don't like the results, go back to the images and work round again. Don't quit. Focus. Don't quit. Persist. Persist in that you know where you need to be. So ask yourself three things that you need, three things that you could do that will help you achieve better goals in 2019. And number one, look at who you need to become. Who do you need to become? Who do you need to become in order to realize the new goals? So who do you need to become to realize the new goals? Albert Einstein said, the mind that has given you, that's created the problem is not the same mind that will create the solution, which means you need to change some things. So in order for you to set, to achieve the goals you're planning towards setting yourself, you need to become a new person. Number two is thoughts. So once you know who you need to become, is what do you need to think, or how do you need to think? What are the quality of your thoughts you need to think in order for you to become the person who will eventually achieve these goals? So by becoming the new person, you need to start thinking the thoughts of that new person. And number three is actions. What actions do you need to take in order to manifest the thoughts and the images that you have, so that you can reach the goals that you set for yourself? So if you want to change the results, if you want to change your results, you've got to start by working with your images. Because the images you have in your mind are the operating system. It's the operating system. It's the software. Now, this is the hardware. This is the manifestation of what is going on within. As within, so without. So if you don't like what you're seeing on the outside, change what is happening in the inside. If you don't like the results you're getting, change what is happening within your brain, within your mind, and eventually start creating the feelings and the emotions that will move you towards achieving the goals that you have set yourself for 2019. With that, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, we'll be looking at intimate relationships. If you're enjoying the content I'm sharing, give it a thumbs up, share it, comment, ask questions, but more importantly, take care of your mind.